The Arabian Peninsula in the 7th century was a land of diverse cultures and beliefs. Nomadic tribes traversed the vast desert landscapes, their lives intertwined with trade and tribal alliances. Mecca, a bustling trade hub, housed the Kaaba, a sacred shrine attracting pilgrims from far and wide. Society was stratified, with tribal loyalties and social hierarchies deeply entrenched. Amidst this backdrop of cultural and religious diversity, a profound transformation was about to unfold, forever altering the course of history. It connected trade routes between Asia, Africa, and Europe, making it a hub for commerce and cultural exchange. However, it also meant that the region was often caught in the crossfire of powerful empires. The Byzantine and Sasanian empires, locked in a protracted conflict, exerted their influence on the Arabian tribes. Despite the challenging environment, the people of Arabia were known for their resilience, strong family ties, and deep-rooted traditions. This rich cultural tapestry, woven with threads of trade, religion, and tribal customs, formed the backdrop against which the story of Islam would unfold. Mecca, nestled in a valley of the Hijaz Mountains, was more than just a trading center. The Kaaba, a cube-shaped structure believed to be built by Abraham and his son Ishmael, stood as a symbol of monotheism. Pilgrims from across Arabia flocked to Mecca to perform the Hajj, a pilgrimage that involved circumambulating the Kaaba and performing ancient rituals. Mecca was home to the well of Zamzam, a spring believed to have miraculous properties. Legend had it that the well miraculously appeared to save Hagar and her son Ishmael from dying of thirst in the desert. The Quraysh, a powerful tribe, controlled Mecca's trade and religious life. They were the custodians of the Kaaba, a position that brought them immense prestige and influence. Mecca, a melting pot of cultures and beliefs, stood at the crossroads of faith and commerce. It was in this dynamic and diverse city that a young man named Muhammad would receive a divine message that would transform the world. Muhammad was born in Mecca around 570 CE. Orphaned at a young age, he was raised by his uncle, Abu Talib. Growing up in the heart of Mecca, Muhammad witnessed firsthand the city's bustling trade, diverse population, and deeply ingrained social customs. His early life was marked by hardship and resilience, shaping his character and instilling in him a strong sense of justice and compassion. As he grew older, Muhammad became known for his honesty, trustworthiness, and piety. He earned the nickname Al-Sadiq, the truthful, and Al-Amin, the trustworthy, for his impeccable character. In his early 20s, Muhammad began working for Khadija, a wealthy widow known for her business acumen. Impressed by his character and integrity, Khadija proposed marriage to Muhammad, who accepted. Their union, based on mutual respect and affection, proved to be a happy and supportive one. Muhammad often sought solitude and contemplation, retreating to the mountains surrounding Mecca to reflect on life's deeper meaning. At the age of 40, while meditating in the cave of Hijra outside Mecca, Muhammad received his first revelation. The angel Gabriel appeared before him, commanding him to read. Muhammad, initially terrified by the encounter, hesitated, but the angel Gabriel repeated the command. This marked the beginning of a series of revelations that would continue for the next 23 years of Muhammad's life. The revelations Muhammad received were deeply profound and transformative. They emphasized the oneness of God, Allah in Arabic, rejecting the polytheistic beliefs prevalent in Arabia at the time. The revelations stress the importance of submitting to God's will, living a righteous life, and preparing for the Day of Judgment. These revelations formed the basis of the Quran, the holy book of Islam. The early revelations focused on the fundamental principles of Islam, belief in one God, the importance of prayer, charity, and moral conduct. They called for a rejection of idolatry and emphasized the equality of all human beings before God. The Quran's message resonated with people from all walks of life, offering a message of hope, equality, and spiritual fulfillment. The Quran, revealed to Muhammad over 2 decades, is considered by Muslims to be the literal word of God. It is a comprehensive guide to life, covering a wide range of topics from theology and law to ethics and social justice. Central to Islam are the 5 pillars of faith, which form the foundation of Muslim practice. These pillars are belief in one God, Allah, and the prophethood of Muhammad, prayer 5 times a day, fasting during the month of Ramadan, giving alms to the poor, and performing the Hajj pilgrimage to Mecca once in a lifetime if one is able. The Quran also emphasizes the importance of good character and ethical conduct. Muslims are encouraged to be honest, compassionate, just, and forgiving. The Quran condemns oppression, injustice, and exploitation, calling for a society based on equality, fairness, and social responsibility. The Quran's teachings had a profound impact on Arabian society. The Quran's message of equality resonated with those who had been marginalized and oppressed, offering them a new sense of dignity and belonging. As Muhammad began preaching the message of Islam, he faced stiff opposition from the Meccan elite, particularly from his own tribe, the Quraysh. The Quraysh, whose economic and social standing was intertwined with the polytheistic practices and pilgrimage trade, saw Islam as a threat to their power and way of life. They mocked Muhammad, spread false rumors about him, and persecuted his followers. Despite facing ridicule, social ostracism, and physical abuse, the early Muslims remained steadfast in their faith. Their unwavering belief in Muhammad's message and their commitment to living a life of piety and righteousness inspired others to join their ranks. The number of converts to Islam steadily grew, although they were still a minority in Mecca. The persecution intensified when some of Muhammad's prominent followers from influential clans embraced Islam. The Quraysh imposed a social and economic boycott on Muhammad's clan, hoping to pressure them into abandoning him. This boycott caused significant hardship for the Muslims, but it also strengthened their resolve and solidified their sense of community. Facing increasing persecution and realizing that their safety was in jeopardy, Muhammad encouraged his followers to migrate to Abyssinia, present-day Ethiopia. In 622 CE, facing escalating threats to their lives, Muhammad and his followers embarked on a perilous journey from Mecca to Yathrib, a city some 250 miles north. This migration, known as the Hijra, marked a pivotal moment in Islamic history. It signified the formation of the first Muslim community and the establishment of Islam as a political and religious force. Yathrib, later renamed Medina, meaning the city of the Prophet, welcomed Muhammad and his followers with open arms. The people of Medina, weary of internal conflicts, had invited Muhammad to mediate their disputes and establish peace. Muhammad's arrival in Medina marked the beginning of a new chapter in his life and in the development of Islam. In Medina, Muhammad established a constitution known as the Charter of Medina. This document outlined the rights and responsibilities of Muslims and non-Muslims living in Medina. It emphasized the importance of justice, equality, and mutual cooperation among all members of the community. The year of the Hijra, 622 CE, became the starting point of the Islamic calendar. In Medina, Muhammad's role transcended that of a religious leader. He became the head of state, the chief judge, and the commander-in-chief, establishing a system of governance based on Islamic principles. The Muslim community in Medina, known as the Ummah, was characterized by a strong sense of brotherhood, equality, and social responsibility. The Muslims, bound together by their shared faith and common purpose, supported one another, cared for the needy, and worked towards establishing a just and equitable society. The mosque, established by Muhammad in Medina, served as the center of religious and social life. It was a place of worship, education, community gatherings, and even military planning. The mosque became a symbol of unity and a hub for the dissemination of Islamic teachings. Muhammad led the Muslims in several battles, fought in self-defense to protect the community and safeguard its right to practice Islam freely. Despite facing constant threats and challenges, Islam spread rapidly beyond Medina. The Muslims' steadfast faith, exemplary conduct, and message of equality resonated with people from various tribes and backgrounds. Military victories against hostile forces, coupled with peaceful conversions, contributed to the expansion of Islamic influence. In 630 CE, Muhammad returned to Mecca with a large number of followers and conquered the city without bloodshed. He destroyed the idols inside the Kaaba, rededicating it to the worship of one God. The conquest of Mecca marked a turning point, paving the way for the spread of Islam throughout the Arabian Peninsula. After Muhammad's death in 632 CE, his close companions known as the Caliphs continued to lead the Muslim community. Under their leadership, Islam spread rapidly, reaching parts of the Byzantine and Sasanian empires. Within a century, Islam had reached Spain in the west and India in the east. The spread of Islam was not solely due to military conquests, but also fueled by the intellectual, cultural, and spiritual vibrancy of the early Muslim civilization. Centuries after its birth in the Arabian desert, Islam has grown to become one of the world's major religions, with over 1.8 billion followers worldwide. From its humble beginnings in Mecca, Islam has spread to every corner of the globe, shaping the course of history, culture, and civilization. Islam's legacy is evident in the countless mosques, libraries, and universities that stand as testaments to its rich intellectual and architectural heritage. The Quran, translated into numerous languages, continues to inspire and guide the lives of millions. Islamic art, calligraphy and music have enriched the world's cultural tapestry. Beyond its cultural and artistic contributions, Islam has also played a significant role in shaping ethical and moral values. Today, as the world grapples with challenges such as conflict, poverty and climate change, Islam's message of peace, unity and social responsibility offers a framework for building a more just and equitable world.